Hello everybody. Today I saw these three SUVs, well, crossover into SUVs I guess, lined up, and I couldn't help but to start filming again. So kind of going from left to right. So we have I guess at this point you can consider this former Cadillac Escalade, because I know right now they're coming out with their new model, parked right up front, or right next to, I should say, a Lincoln Navigator, the current version, and next to this Chevy Captiva, which I want to just briefly mention because it's a pretty rare car here in the United States. So just kind of wanted to compare these two. So we have the Navigator, we have the Escalade, kind of how they decided to take a different approach to their styling, to how they present themselves, and just them overall. So just like looking here from the front, I mean, they both have pretty powerful stances right here, but it's interesting to see how Cadillac took a pretty angular approach to things. You can see kind of, sorry for the wind, for the headlights, for even their badge is all angular and circular. You have a lot of sharp corners, and you have these slots in the grills and fog lights and everything. I mean, man, this thing is huge, right? So that's just up front. I haven't even been to the side yet. And then you take this Navigator. You can kind of see how the headlights are more circled off, rounded off. The badge is not all sharp corners. Although, man, this thing is freaking huge. I know I filmed plenty of Navigators before, but this thing is huge. I mean, don't get me wrong. This thing is huge, too. I'm not particularly big fan of this. I know they got rid of all the little ornament things inside and the wreath, but what are you going to do? But yeah, it's all nice and circular, rounded off. We got still a very giant grill. Also, like the first thing you see on both of these vehicles is just a lot of grill. Actually, just look at this grill. That's a tiny grill in relationship to all of this. Now, granted, this is a much larger car. You know, you have all the sensors. I still don't understand why sensors have to be outside. Why can't they be hidden on the inside? But also, just looking here in the middle, they're parked pretty close to each other. I love how they both have their mirrors kind of folded. But it's interesting to see, like, look, you have the Navigator spelled here. You have the Escalade spelled here. You have a little line going across as decoration. You have kind of a more longer line. You have giant wheels on both of these things. Holy moly. Look at these things. Ginormous. You have running boards. I'm surprised. I thought that the Escalades have folding running boards. They looks to be fixed, and then here they are folded in. Let's see. Also, I never noticed this before. Look at the Escalade's antenna. Why is it like off to the driver's side where the antenna here on the Navigator's in the middle? Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed this before. That's weird. Okay, but got the chrome roof rails. Interesting. Let me kind of go through both of them. Chromey door handles, right? I mean, the inside you have, okay, I'll put a picture. I do like how the Navigator looks on the inside. I'll gotta give him that. It's a much better design. All right, let's look down the back. Also, got an interesting thing happening. You have very angular, very sharp creases, angles, whatnot. Much softer, I think, although a lot of straight lines. Just, it looks like these lines are going horizontal, where this one kind of goes more vertical. You know, also you got these sensors on the back bumpers. Also, that's weird. The Navigator has the windshield wiper exposed. That's weird. I never noticed that before. This one, the wiper seems to be kind of hidden up on top. You have the third brake light up there, and you also have, I believe, that's a third brake light. So, yeah, they both kind of take a weird, I mean, a very similar approach, but at the same time, you know, they kind of start to distinguish themselves. Obviously, this is the Navigator is an Expedition. You have the Escalade, that's like a Tahoe thing. So, yeah, kind of going down the side. Yeah, let me go on the other side. Yeah, here you go. So, yeah, just a weird look. Now, as far as this Chevy Captiva thing goes, so this is built on a time where Chevy had like so many of these things built on the same platform. So this was an Equinox. This was like a Saturn Vue, I think. This was, I think this was also Suzuki XL7. This was a bunch of Opals as well. So I think at some point, like the name Captiva, I think came to the United States after all those other cars were discontinued. So they stuck the Captiva. And then I know the Captiva is also like a pretty popular, like I think it's also an Opal, because like the interior bits. All right, I think the owner is coming, so I'm gonna have to stop filming. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some pictures right now what all these cars were. So yeah, the owners are coming, so I'm just gonna kind of finish up here. All right, here's kind of the trio. You can kind of see how they're all kind of stacked. Whoa, extreme zoom. Yeah. So, all right, this is an interesting look at, you know, continuing to kind of film weird and interesting things in Chicago. And yeah, I hope you guys keep liking, subscribing, and commenting, and we'll see you next time.